Hey, 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 who's up with me? Take two. Had to go in there and take care of the grandbaby, so I had to end my first live, but I'm back. And I actually want to see who's up with me. I deliberately did not do a live earlier this morning. I actually been putting this off for 2 weeks. I just wanted to be able to come on live and be able to communicate with some things that I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. And everything that's been showing up on Facebook, on my social media, is things that I've been doing for me. You know, I had to step back, and this is the reason why it's titled Self-Development and Self-Pruning. I had to take a look at me, and I had to figure out where was it that I wanted to be, where was it that I needed to be, and what was it that I needed to get there. What was the problem? And what I found out is that I'm there for everybody else. I found out that I was always there for everybody else, but I realized I wasn't there for myself. So what happened is that me expecting other people to be there, or maybe something to catch me when I fall, my expectations was holding those standards too high. So what I had to do is learn how to self-develop the way I think, self-develop the things that I was doing, and I had to start pruning things around me, okay? Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. And what I started doing, I realized that a lot of things that I was doing on social media, I was actually doing it to motivate, to encourage, to inspire others. But at the same time, I was losing myself. So what I had to do, I had to go and find out what was the problem, what was the blockage, what was stopping me. You know, my heart was burning. I desired the success. I desired everything I wanted in life. But what was the problem? And as time went by, especially starting as of June last month, I realized that there was times that I never even really looked at myself in the mirror, okay? So there was something wrong with me that I wasn't aware of. And I realized that I could get dressed without looking at myself in the mirror. I could basically cleanse my face and everything without looking myself in the mirror. And what I realized, I found out that I could talk to you all. I can talk to thousands of people. I can get on the stage and talk to millions of people, okay? No problem. But what I found out is that I couldn't really talk to myself, okay? And I don't care if did nobody show up on Facebook. I can still say what I got to say because I know the message is going to get out. Somebody's going to look at it on the replay. But what I realized is that I had a barrier, okay? And I realized that I had somewhat of a low self-esteem, okay? And I realized from growing up that it was coming from my childhood, things that I seen, things that I experienced, things that I dealt with, things with raising my kids, things with my grandchildren, etc., etc. But it was all me. I didn't make no excuses. I just pushed through. But I never did apply pressure to myself. So what I actually ended up doing is that I realized I wanted more out of life. Yeah, I want that big, nice house, and I want the fat bank account, and I want the nice cars and stuff. But if I didn't change some of the things that I was doing, I wouldn't be, I am successful, but I wouldn't be more successful because there's no limit. So what I was doing, I was limiting myself to more in abundance to what I could have. So what I realized what I was doing, I was always putting aside things that I wanted to do. I was always being distracted from what I needed to get done. Every time I would pick up a book, hey, auntie, every time I would pick up a book, every time I would read, every time I would start something, it was always trouble in the water. And after a while, what happens is when there's trouble in the water, we give up. And that's exactly what negativity, or as people want to say, that's what the devil, that's what Satan wants, because he wins because you give up. Or when you realize that you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you always working on a job, you realize this is the way it's going to be. I'm going to work, pay bills, and die. That's not the way it really is. We was born wealthy. But see, the wealthy and the richness begins with the mind. So me realizing that there was more out there, I was watching everybody else doing it. I'm connected with millionaires. I'm talking to people with money. I'm talking to people with fat bank accounts. I'm talking to people with houses. I'm talking with people that had success, but it wasn't happening for me. So the success, when I hit a certain level, I couldn't get past it. Couldn't get past it. There was a barrier. I could see money sitting in the bank account, and I'm like, woo, 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 yeah, baby, yeah. Then all of a sudden, as soon as the money get there, it like everything else start popping up. This. And all of a sudden, I realized I'm right back where I started. Well, that's a mindset thing, and it's something that actually you start seeing. And a lot of times people are afraid and scared of money. And if you are afraid and scared of money, you will run your money away. And if you have a mindset of knowing that you're going to be broke or you're going to end up being broke, what happens is you go on a spending spree. You start spend. It ain't that something just happened. It's just that you didn't manage your money. See, wealthy people manage their money. They check their bank account 2-3 times a day, etc., XYZ. Broke people ain't going to check their bank account because they know it's either going to be zero or it's going to be a negative, and they don't sweat about it because they already know instead of changing something about it. But anyway, what I started doing self-development. And this is what I have done, and I have seen beautiful success. First of all, the job letting me go was the best thing that ever happened. When my job let me go, which I thank God that I was one step ahead of the job, is that I knew it was coming. You know, I was on here talking about it, but I was actually preparing myself for it. So I started working and building and picking back up, working full-time as a home-based business, as an entrepreneur, working from home, making my own money. And I realized that through all of that, even coming in, you know, at times I was talking about the detox tea, detoxing and getting healthy and changing my lifestyle and talking to people. I realized that the audience was very, very small. No big deal. Don't sweat me because I'm going to go make my money. But I realized that when I was coming on Facebook and I was going off and I was stepping out of character and I was saying what I had to say and get to the point, I had a beautiful audience. See, what I realized, mess draws a lot of attention. People like confusion. People like mess. People like war. People like anything when we're baffling and speaking negative things about one another. Well, it might be the truth, but there's a way to do it. But when I come on here talking about changing things, doing things, this, that, whatever, people start running away. Or when I talk about maybe a way of being successful, a way of making money, a way of doing what you can do, people don't want to hear that. But they the first one want to hurry up and tag me and put me in a group. They're the first one want to tag me for me to spend my money. But when I come to them and reverse it, it become gone. Anyway, it don't matter. Because what's for you is for you. So what I learned is changing the way I was thinking, change the way I was speaking, and I start working on self-development. Okay? And what I did with self-development, you all, I disconnected and I unplugged from everything around me. I don't care if it was the kids. I don't care if it's the grandkids. The job had already let me go. When the job let me go, I said, thank you. I thanked them. I wasn't mad. I didn't have no problem. As soon as they told me, which I knew it was coming, I even shared it with you all. You all was like 10,000 pounds lifted off my shoulders. Because why? Now I can stay focused 100% inside my businesses that I run from home instead of picking it up, dropping it out, picking it up, dropping it out, picking it up, dropping it out. Because the job was yanking and pulling me, yanking and pulling me. They say one thing, they change it back and forth, back and forth. And see, that caused confusion. And that's exactly what that job was doing, because it was never mine anyway. I was just doing something to get paid. And see, when you got somebody that's over you and running your life, you can't get no more than what they allow you to get. I don't care what anybody say. Same thing with commissions, same thing with bonuses. You got to do something in order to get them bonuses. And a lot of time those bonuses are capped off. I don't care what they say. And if you start making too much money in the company, that company going to find a way to let you go. Okay? They like you when you're making good money. They love it. But there's a cap off. And when they realize that they giving out more money than what's coming in, and they realize you making good money, they're going to find a way to let you go, period. So with me working from home allowed me to set my own schedule. But what it did for me, it allowed me to no longer have a boss. Bosses have bosses. I'm not my own boss. I am my own CEO of my own company, which is Dolores. CEO, Chief Executive Operator, the founder, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. God is always the source and everything else is the resources, but God will give you and help you with your gifts and your talents that you already have. And all the jobs that you done had, I don't care if you're getting paid for it or not getting paid for it, you still getting experience. You're still learning tools and techniques that you can use to make your own money, because you know something that somebody else don't know. They want what you know, and they will pay you for it, okay? So what I started doing with self-development, I started training myself and putting myself on my own work schedule. I work when I want to work, and when I don't want to work, I don't. But when I set a schedule, I am consistent, I am persistent, and I am focused. I'm turning off phones, I'm turning off TVs, I'm turning off radio, I'm turning off music, whatever it is that's distracting me. So having a business or working for yourself is no different than working for somebody else. The only thing is that you have to self-discipline yourself. So while I'm changing my mindset, I also start self-developing myself by listening to audios. I started reading books. I started taking classes and courses and training, whatever it is that I needed to do to be successful. And what you all have been seeing on Facebook is actually me sharing my world with you, but it wasn't for you. It was for me. Everything that I've been doing was never for anybody else. It was for me. You want it, you want it. You don't, you don't. I don't have to have anybody in my world to make my money. Because why? The way I position myself right now, I'm not forcing anybody to buy anything. I am my own economy. Okay? So this is the self-development that I did. I had to change my mindset. I had to change some old habits that I had. And I had to change things that I thought was right because I seen my mama, my daddy, my auntie, my grandma, whatever. Y'all know that old generational things we see. We saw mama had to fry the chicken and double batter fry the chicken, so we double batter fry the chicken. Mama always scrambled eggs, so we scrambled eggs. Mama always cooked in a cast iron skillet, so we gonna do the same thing. It might not be right. It might not be healthy. I'm not saying anything, so don't hold me to anything. Hey. I'm just speaking how we pick up habits, okay? It might be a certain toilet paper or a certain bath soap. It's been going down through generation. Okay, so you stick with the same thing. You don't even know if it's good or bad, but because you saw your mama doing it and you saw your mama before that doing, it become a custom because you think it's A-okay. So I had to change a lot of things, and break out of generational curses, okay? So I had to change my mind. And there was things that was cliches and all sorts of things. So I had to get me right. So I started self-developing, reading books and all that, okay? Now, another thing that I had to learn with my success, and I might step on some toes right about now, but I'm going to keep it real. Success when you are in your alignment and God is putting you in your season. See how I said that? When you're in alignment, when you're in your season, remove the R and all it is all about you. So when I became in my season, and your season does come and go. That's why the Bible says store up in the storehouse, because you're going to have some good seasons and you're going to have some not so good seasons. But if you store up in the storehouse in the good season, when you have the seasons that's not so good, you got stuff stored up that will help you get through the not so good seasons. That's why I say store up. That's why we invest. That's why we save. That's what storehouse means. That don't mean go out there and spend your money on whatever. So I caught myself doing that. I have a shopaholic. I love shopping. I love spending money. But as much money that I spend, I should be saving more than that. Okay? One thing I had to realize, most of us are so broke and don't even know we broke. We don't even have, I want to say $5,000 in the savings account. Okay? Now, I was blessed when my job let me go. I'm not going to go into details about that, but I was truly blessed. And I'm secured and cushioned, for the rest of the year. How many people can say that? Not too many can say that, okay? And what I started doing is making sure things that need to be paid off, I'm making sure that I stay debt-free at the same time. I'm not accumulating debts. Okay? I don't do rent to buy. I try to stay away from rent to buy. I don't go out here and eat out all the time. Don't let me fool you all that you think that we're eating out all the time, because I'm being mindful of what we do and how we spend our money. Okay? So anyway, back to where I'm going before I get off the subject. When I realized what I needed to do, another thing, I had to self-prune myself. And this was the vision that God showed me with the self-pruning. With the self-pruning, it was just like a tree with branches. A lot of times that tree can grow straight up and it get all these branches. But what happened is, as the branches grow, a lot of times the branches can cause the tree, the main vine, to become overweight. And what happened is that the tree start bending over, but you still got all these branches. And what happened with the tree bent over, these branches, some of them are starting to die off. But because they're dying off, they're still connected to that tree. And what happened is, as the branches are dying and you don't cut those branches off, it can also affect that tree. That's why a lot of times when a tree is strong and green, you come through and you prune the dead branches off, just like a vine. So what I had to do was that God showed me what was happening to me, is that I was strong, but I had a whole lot of people connected to me. And as I was strong, I was beginning to break and I was bending. But as I was bending and falling, I still had all these attachments, which was dead weight. Didn't mean me no good. Girl, if I were you, I wouldn't do this. Girl, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. Or if they saw you doing something, nobody support you, nobody did anything. And I'm like saying, why am I connected with people that's not supporting me, that's not helping me, that's not getting me to the next dollar? Why am I connected? So what I realized, I had to let go. So what I did, I started pruning, cutting, separating, disconnecting, including on social media. Many people I had to unfriend. See, one thing I learned about real people in the real world, We have each other telephone numbers. We can call, we can text, and most of us now running on email, we can email, okay? If the only time that you're supposed to be my friend, my acquaintance, my family, whatever it is, and the only time we can communicate is on Facebook, and we want to tell each other that we love each other, when love is really an action word, not just a word to tell each other. It's an action word that means you got to do something. And the only time I recognize you is on Facebook? No, that's not real love. So what I did, I pruned myself so that I can have myself set up for success. And what I had to learn is quit trying to take everybody with me. When I discovered something or I tapped into something, I would try to grab 10, 20 people and say, girl, come on, let's do this. Girl, let me show you what I got into. They didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear that. It wasn't even for them. So now what I'm doing for me. So that now I'm not hunting anybody down for my success. I'm being hunted. You want the game? Hey, I'm the game changer. You want the tea? I got the tea. And I don't mean TT. I mean, I got the good news. I got the good goods for you. See, a lot of people was connecting with me for what they could benefit from me for free. But see, when you start putting a time price on you and you start taking your time and making it very, very valuable, people don't want to communicate with you. Now, just for instance, I've been up a while tonight. I'm going to go to bed. But I wanted to share this, and I might be babbling, and it might not be for everybody, but it's for somebody. I had a young lady contact me because of a post on Facebook today. Sure, no problem. I looked at the time and I realized that it's late. And I asked the young lady, can we connect the next day or the day after? She said, absolutely. And we set that up. Reason why I'm using that as an example is because I plan when I'm going to do business and when I'm not going to do business. I plan for a time that I do personal development for myself. That means whether I'm reading a book, I'm listening to an audio, I'm doing some sort of affirmation. And what I do, you all, I've disconnected from a lot of negativity. I don't let negativity enter my mind. I don't let naysayers into my world. If I look at my phone, and this is for somebody, and I know that the other person on the end of the phone is fit to bring me some type of negativity, some type of gossip, some type of this, and I'm already in alignment, and I'm on doing my thing, you all, I stop that ringer from ringing, and I push that phone to the side. And if I'm really, really working my business and focus, I have no problem turning the ringer off. I have no problem turning that phone face down. And I have no problem disconnecting from social media from hours or two at a time. I can walk away from social media. Social media can drain you. Social media can exhaust you. And social media can cause you to really go broke. How? Because you see things, you hear things, and you're not doing anything to better yourself. So you're doing the same thing over and over. Cooking all these big fancy meals ain't making me no money. So I don't cook big fancy meals. It's a small household. We cook enough for 1 or 2 days. If I do cook a lot, we're going to eat off of that for 2 or 3 days. And now it's the pandemic too. I don't want to go out there all the time with the pandemic. That's why you all saw me with the cart. And I share that on Facebook because why? I know how it is to have to lug grocery ends. I don't like going to the grocery store. I don't like shopping. I don't like pushing the basket to the trunk of the car and then load the car up. Then after I load the car up, I got to get home. Then I got to unload the car with all them bags. And then I got to make 2, 3, 4, 5 trips to the car just to bring the groceries in. So yes, the cart came in handy. And I shared that. Somebody wanted to know where did I get the cart from? Amazon. Academy. Okay? I see people. One lady told me, she said, girl, that was the best thing ever. I went and got me a cart. We are here to help one another. And I'm hoping that this is a help to somebody to self-develop yourself. Don't try to self-develop yourself for other people. Self-develop yourself for your success. For your success. What's for you is for you, and your design or your creativity is for you. Wherever your strength at, use it. Where it's not at, back up and say, that's not my expertise. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real with you all. And self-prune. Disconnect from those naysayers. Disconnect from the gossiper. Disconnect from all that negativity. I know what's going on out there in the world too. I'm not blindsided. I know what's going on. But you know what I do? I see, I listen, and I pray. Because I still trust God. And everything that I'm talking about tonight, I'm keeping it real with y'all. My faith is still in God, and I'm not putting nothing on nobody. But I know about my religion. What's up, boo? So I did a lot of self-development. I mean, I just finished two audios. You know, the audio books. So sometimes I don't read books. I'm getting ready to order some more books. I read some books. Sometimes I read my books 2 and 3 times, but I take a break, listen to something else. I listen to that. I stay away from the news. The news is negativity. The news can weigh you down. The news can, what's up from the Bay already, boo? California in the house. It's staying away from negativity. Negativity can stop the flow of your success. They say it's not all about money, but let me tell you something. The money is what's going to pay your bills. Money is what's going to keep you from getting evicted. And money going to keep you from getting your car repossessed. So, self-pruning is getting away from all that stuff. Because if not, you're going to find yourself in a sinkhole and you're going to drown. So, by y'all just sitting here watching me, I didn't get on here just to talk. I thought I was going to get some interaction. And I do want to say, Annie from California, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. My dear friend, which is a business partner of mine and a coach that I look up to, Miss Dorothy. Dorothy is in the house. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She's from California as well. So I do want to say I greatly appreciate that. And then I saw another Annie of mine, Nene. I do want to say thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. But you all, self-development is power. When I say it's power, it's power. When you learn how to speak things into existence. When you learn how to talk things into existence. When you learn how to write things in existence. It's in the Bible. I might not say it right, but it's in the Bible. So let me not try to pronounce it, because I always want to get corrected on my pronunciation. Y'all know how it is with some of us. We just say whatever and keep it going. But let me see if I see it. Let me see. Dorothy, you know what I'm trying to say? Help me out, girl. Help me out. Huckabah, whatever it is in the Bible. HABUKKAK, something like that. 22. Write the vision and make it plain. Y'all know I don't have it. I'm on my phone. So I know what I'm talking about, okay? Write. Journal. Be grateful. Y'all be amazed by being grateful and being gratitude every day. What it can change for you. Be grateful. Speak it. Speak it. I am so happy and grateful now. You know? God is my supply. God supplies all my needs now. Speak it. Speak it. Speak it. So knowing how to speak right and keep negative words from coming out your mouth, because that was another thing I had to learn. I was doing a lot of I can't do this, I can't that, I can't. Or I'm trying. I wish, I hope. It's certain things that you say that when the atmosphere hears that from you, that I can't get this done, I can't. I am open to receive all the gifts coming my way. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you. There you go. I am open to receive all the gifts coming my way. I am happy and grateful now to receive all the gifts coming my way. It's how you say it lines up with the atmosphere. And this is what start bringing things to you. When you start speaking negative and it goes out here to the atmosphere and the alignment say, oh, so you can't. Well, let me give you a whole bunch more of that. Bloop, 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 bloop. And the first thing you want to holler, if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't this, it's that. If it ain't this, it's that. You asked for it because you kept talking about it. So I learned to change my wording. Like a lot of people say, you need to go out here and you need to walk so that you can get healthy and need to this. Let me tell y'all something. I go out and walk every single day. Not every day. Let me correct myself. Let me take that back. I walk 5 days a week. I take 2 days to break because the body needs a break. And of course, I have a left knee issue, so I give it time and don't overdo it. But I walk 2 miles Monday through Friday. It could take me 2 hours. It could take me an hour. It could take me 3 hours. I don't care how many times I have to stop. But I walk 2 miles Monday through Friday. You know why? Not because I have to. It's because I want to. Because I chose to make it a lifestyle change for me. It's a lifestyle for me. It's not that I got to do it. It's not that I need to do it. It's because I want to do it. Same thing with me being released from my job. I thank my job for releasing me. But I've always had the desire to be my own entrepreneur, to be my own boss working for home. So if I desire it, why not? I can't. Let me see. If I desire it, why can't I deserve it? See, if I desire it, then I deserve it. So I spoke this into existence, and it's in existence. But see, what happened a lot of times, we speak a lot of things into existence, and we become scared. Many of us say we want to be millionaires. But then when you start seeing this money rolling in, you get scared. Scared for what? Because you didn't self-develop yourself and you didn't self-prune yourself to be able to manage your money. How you want to be a millionaire? And you're not even managing the little bit that you got now. If you can't manage the little bit, you can't be grateful for it, you can't be appreciated for it, how you expect to get more? If you messing up with the little, you sure in the heck gonna mess up a whole lot more with the big. So this is what's called self-developing and self-pruning, breaking old habits, doing new things. The rich get richer by saving, but they ain't really saving you all. You all want to run and go put your money in a checking account. You want to run and go put your money in a savings account. The rich get richer because their money is going somewhere where it's investing. And what investing means is that that money is making them more money. That's a big difference. That's how the richer is getting rich. And I'm not just saying it just to be saying. I'm saying it because these are habits that I have changed over to do. They give us all sorts of food, all this food, and some of the stuff inside our house is unhealthy for us. I grew up on Clorox. I grew up on a lot of chemical stuff, a lot of chemicals. But I remember as a kid, I remember as a teenager, as a matter of fact, I remember my mom. And I'm just using these as examples showing you about my self-development and my self-pruning and changing things. I grew up. And I remember one time my mom, it was on a Saturday, and me and my 2 sisters, we was in the living room, and mom decided she gonna go clean the bathroom. And I remember mom went in the bathroom to go clean. But all of a sudden, we saw mom come running out the bathroom, up the hallway, out the living room, and slang the front door open, and she goes outside, coughing. So next thing we look, here come white fumes coming up the hallway to the living room. Well, we all had to go outside, okay? Because why? Knowing mama, as usual, because I've done it myself, to mix 2 or 3 things together, Call yourself cleaning, getting a good clean house, to mix two things together, the chemical mixed together, and what happened? Now you done created a fume because they're fighting against one another. Could have created a fire. Just saying. So those chemicals with mom inhaling them, they takes her breath away. They cut her short. Now she have to run outside to go get fresh air. But all the time when she inhales some of the chemicals, guess what? She's doing damage to her lungs. Guess what? It does damage to our lungs. Because why? We're cleaning with these chemical products in our home. Okay? Well, I don't want that. Because why? I want to live as long as I can, and I want to have a healthy life, and I want to make sure that my household is healthy as well. So those are things that I changed. That's things that I don't have to have. So it's just self-development when we do better, when we learn, how can I say it the right way? When we know better, we do better. That's because you have to educate yourself. And how do you educate yourself? By self-development. Hey, Brittany, what's up, boo? Self-development. Learning is knowledge. Reading is power. Successful people read. Read, read, read. They're not stuck inside social media, scrolling through their news feed just to see what's going on. They're not riding around the neighborhood or throughout the town trying to be nosy to see what's going on. I don't know what's going on because I choose not to know until I want to know. I'm not sitting there looking at it all day, taking it in. Then I got all this negative stuff in my mind. Then I can't sleep peaceful at night because why? I got all this going on. Or I made my own self worry. Worry ain't nothing but negativity. Fear ain't nothing but negativity. Anything that's not working right in your life is nothing but negativity. So that's what I wanted to come on here tonight to talk about and let everybody catch the replay tomorrow. And of course, if you catch the replay, just go ahead and hit hashtag replay. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you find a benefit, please don't hesitate to comment. Comment. It's for others to know. Time out for just accepting the norm. Time out for just accepting being broke. Time out waiting on the government to decide what they're going to give you while you got 1 foot in a place to stay and 1 foot out, place to stay. I see more new TVs, more new everything. But we still say that we're broke, but we're still spending money. Me and my family went out today. We went to Jamba Juice. I think I'm saying it right. And I told my daughter when we went there, which I love the drinks, but I'm sitting here thinking, now how can I make these fruity drinks to taste that good and get that nice texture that I ain't got to spend no $5? Because that's $5 I can save. So what I've been doing is every time you all, and I'll share this with you all, I have a 2-liter bottle. It's a soda bottle. And I have a 2-liter bottle. I want to see how long it's going to take me to fill it up with dimes. So everything I talk about, I'm actually doing this. I just don't tell you something I'm not doing. So I'm showing you my self-development and my self-pruning myself, okay? If I spend money, I also have to save. That's how you balance yourself. Because if you save all the time and the spending side don't spend a little bit, it's going to become jealous. Because you got to remember, you got to balance yourself. You got to save it and the spending. So I always reward myself. I reward myself to spend a little bit. I also reward myself to save. So with the 2-liter bottle I have, I want to see how long it's going to take me to fill it up with dimes. Why? Because I'm challenging myself. I'm my own competition. I'm challenging myself. And at the same time, I want to see how often do I get dimes. Because, we always slide using the credit card, debit card. Very seldom we all carry cash. Okay? So I want to see how long it takes me to fill this 2-liter bottle up with dimes. That's one thing. The second thing is I know that when I fill that 2-liter bottle up with dimes, I know that is $500. What could $500 do for somebody? $500 could be an emergency fund. $500, not during this time, I'm just speaking. $500 could be helping kids get clothes for back to school. $500 could be an awesome way of having $500 just for Christmas. Just think about somebody that could collect dimes and save $500 every 3 months and save it. That's $1,500 saved. Well, every 3 months, 500 times 4, that's $2,000 saved in a year. And if you put it in the right account, high interest rate, now you done made interest on top of that. Okay. Another thing that I do, I reward myself. I also keep all the fives. If I do have cash and I get change back, all the fives, I don't spend the fives. I'm saving the fives. I want to see how many fives I can get in an X amount of time. So this is how I reward myself, by saving. Because why? We never know when something else like this is going to happen. And truthfully, we should have from 3 to 12 months worth of our monthly income saved for a just in case. Now, I'm not just saying it to you all, I'm saying it to myself. My goal is, where I'm shifting my mindset is I want to have saved up in one account. I would like to see it go to $5,000. Then I like to see it shift. I'm just talking about one account being saved to $10,000, from 10 to 15, from 15 to 20, from 20 to 25. I would like to see that city at a nice $50,000. I would like to see more sitting in the savings, less in the checking. Save more, spend less. Those are my self-developments and my self-pruning that I'm doing. So I like rewarding myself. I'm learning some habits that I'm breaking. I'm learning things, the way I word and say things out my mouth. And what I like about it too, you all, is that I do have an accountability partner. She holds me accountable for certain things. And I greatly appreciate her for having her patience with me, because she is an awesome accountability partner. She's an awesome coach. You know, we have come a long way together, okay? Even with the walking and exercising, there's nothing wrong with you all getting with somebody. It don't even have to be somebody that you know. I mean, not like that, but it don't have to be somebody like your next door neighbor. Be honest with you all. My accountability partner, when I go walking, you all want to know more, message me, inbox me. We connect. She live in a whole nother state, but we align our time together so that we can encourage and support each other while we're out there. And at the same time, safety, too. So those are my self-development and self-prune. I hope I have been a blessing to somebody, because time is short and time is not waiting on nobody. That's one thing you cannot get back, is time. I got plenty of gray. Y'all see that? I got plenty of gray to let me know. I've been here. And I've been having gray all my life. I started up here. But now I can actually see my gray. And what did is, when, like, y'all saw me a couple of weeks ago when I was at the discount tire, and you said I was looking kind of crazy. Because I looked in the camera. I said, ooh, look at the gray. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a blessing. It's truly a blessing. But while I'm doing my self-development, while I'm doing my self-pruning, I'm also working on building an empire so that I can leave a legacy, so that my kids and my grandkids, especially my grandkids and my great-grandkids, can carry on. I don't want them to have to walk into a broke world. It's not happening. Not on my clock. Not as long as I got breath in me. So everything I'm doing, yes, I'm doing it for me, but I'm also like Madam Walker. I'm building something to pass on that they can pick it up and keep going. That's the big difference. So these are the things that I'm doing. These are the things that I've learned since, actually I started it in June. So I actually been sharing everything that I've been doing with everybody. But everything that I share is for me. I don't care if anybody don't even get anything out of this video. I just wanted to share. Maybe it might be something a year from now show up on my memory. And I'm like, oh my God. Just like I enjoy spending with my grandkids. Do y'all know how good it felt to be able to say, my daughter said, Mama, let's go such and such. And I'm like, so when you want to go? And I can just make it happen. And I can look at my schedule and see if I had any appointments and say, yeah, I can do that. I'm not plugged to social media. I do not stay on social media all day. So don't think I'm on there all day, because I'm not. I still take care of my business. I still take care of my clients. I still take care of my customers. But I'm not on there all day. So with me not working for a boss, because I'm a CEO now, and what time I gotta go to work, or what time I get off, taking me away from home, and I'm spending less time at home where I pay the bills at. Now I'm here most of the time where I pay the bills at, where I'm making my money from. It's a big difference. It's nice to have a car sitting out there and I can have a full tank of gas and I ain't gonna talk how long it can last, as long as I'm not traveling. It's nice to have a business when you know how to do your expenses, and a lot of things that you're doing is a big tax write-off. Yeah, I know about that too. Am I inside that? Yeah, I'm learning. So it's a lot of things, but also you all be mindful, because this is where I learned, and I'm getting better. People will pick you for everything that they know that you know for free. And when you put a price tag on it, they gone. Because why? You no longer benefit them. They don't need you no more. So be mindful of what you do and how you do it. Because I've learned how to be mindful. I've always wanted to be there helping everybody else, doing things for everybody else. But guess who was ending up with nothing? Oh, that worked. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. But let me tell somebody, hey, let's hop on this. Let me invoice you. And let's do a coaching. So I learned a lot. But self-development is definitely watch what you say, how you say it, watch how you think. If you start thinking negative, hair up and shift your lane. Even if you have to immediately go in and speak and say, as my dear friend Dorothy posted on here, I am open to receive all the gifts coming my way. I am so happy and grateful now to receive all the gifts coming my way. Just anything positive, hurry up. Even if it ain't nothing, I don't care what it is. Thank you, Jesus. I'm happy and grateful right now, for I know that God supply all my needs now, anything and everything. So everybody, it was a pleasure speaking to you all. Y'all can see that I done repeated myself about 2 or 3 times, so y'all know I'm finna get up off of here. Because I said what I had to say. I done did what I had to do. And it feels so good to get rid of all this dead weight. It feels so good not to be around negativity. It feels so good to see money flowing to me easily and effortlessly that I'm like saying, oh, ooh. And it feels so good when you made it and you're making it. And the proof is in the pudding. And I just can't wait. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I can't wait to start flashing and showing. Not in an ugly way, not on social media. But I have certain people that I definitely want to share my success with and say, see, I told you all. Come on. Let's do this together. And, that's another thing, too. I'm glad, I guess I did glad I am stayed on here. I wrote this, I didn't forget you all what I was going to talk about. You all get together and team together for success. If you got a few girlfriends, like me and old Dorothy here, we get together. And not saying in an ugly way, Dorothy, don't owe me. We talk about a lot of strategizing. We talk about a lot of money-making moves. If a few people get together like that and y'all get together, 8 to 20 of you all, I'm going to say 8. It could be 20 of you all. A few girlfriends, y'all get together and start going in together on the same type of business together, you all can actually break a generational curse and you all can get wealthy together. But see, we got to stop pulling against one another and be open to seeing what it is. Don't even think negative about it. Everything is not a pyramid scheme. Stop thinking that everything is a pyramid scheme. Because if you think that everything is a pyramid scheme, then life itself is a pyramid scheme. Because guess what? God is the beginning. God is the end. And God don't need me nor you to do what He's going to do, when He's going to do it, how He's going to do it. Period, point blank. We are just in the middle. And the only thing that we was created to do was to love one another, help each other, and to worship Him. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So if you want to get technical, we can get real technical. But I can guarantee you, your job is a pyramid scheme. Because why? You got to go work for your boss. You got to be at work on time. You got to leave at a certain time. You gave him some work. After you complete your work, and they add up all your hours to make sure that they're paying you only for what you work for, then your boss, which has another boss, that has another boss and another boss, gonna cut you a paycheck. Your back hurting, your feet hurting, and they're gonna tell you job well done. That's a pyramid scheme. Because why? You got to go back and do it all over again just to get a paycheck. No more, no less. Bam. Booyah. What? But then you realize you need some more money. So what you gonna do? Boss, is it any way I can get some overtime? What? Overtime? Time and a half. So if you got a $10 paying job, now your overtime is $15 an hour. You get excited because you got all this overtime, not realizing that now your tax rate went up. So now you just gave Uncle Sam permission to take more taxes out your check, that they can play with your money for free. You bring home maybe a little less than half of that overtime. You like the check, but you trip about the hours that you had to put in to get it. And all you doing is tearing down your body. Feet hurt, back hurt, knee hurt. Do I need to go on? But everything's a pyramid scheme, right? But your health failing you, right? And you're getting older by the day, by the month, by the year, right? Anyway, come on now. Be open. You don't think something legit? Google it. Check it out. Google ain't gonna lie to you. Go to YouTube. Check things out. Be open. Be open. Because your opportunity could be standing you right in your face. And you keep saying no. Self-development. Self-pruning. That's how I got where I'm at, because I was open-minded. And I started self-developing myself. I started connecting with the right people. I started resonating with people. I got in alignment when I knew it was my season, because my numbers started flashing and God started showing me numbers. And I got in where I fit in, and I didn't wait till the last minute, because see, position and timing is of everything. I got team members right here on social media. I don't treat them no different than anybody else. I don't act like I'm more than anybody else. Because, baby, we're going to go get this money together. I shared about my credit score. That was a good thing. Yes, baby. 50 points up. Ooh-wee. And I'm looking to do it again and again and again till I get it where I want it. Because my goal is now, now since I got it there, I just want to go ahead and try to push for what? I want to get this close. I want to get into the 800 club, baby. I don't want the 700 credit score anymore. I want an 800. Once I realize it's there and it can really happen. What? Huh? Who? What? Y'all better come on with the come on. Self-development, self-prune. Get out of those old ways. Step out of the old and step into the new. And the only way you can do this by self-developing yourself and self-pruning yourself. Do what you got to do, what's best for you. Tune everything out. It don't matter who you got to block. It don't matter who you got to delete. You know, we already in quarantine, so we really not going that many places. I don't go that many places. Don't let me fool you all. I got masks all over the house. I got masks in my car, but I don't go unless I have to. It's nice to get in your car and just roll. I love highway. And as soon as all this is over with, baby, I'm fit to be traveling. I'm going all these different places. And the funny part is it'll be all for business. That's the fun part. And then I'll be able to write it off as a tax write-off. Ooh, I bet you would like to know about that, wouldn't you? See, that's the stuff that you don't know. A home-based business has a lot of benefits, you all. A lot. And until you connect with the right person, you get into the right thing. And a lot of this stuff isn't, everybody talking about, oh, it's an auto ship. It's a monthly this and a monthly that. And I got to pay this and I got to pay that. When you go through the McDonald's drive-thru, you're paying McDonald's. When you go to Starbucks, you're paying Starbucks. Sometimes we got stuff that when you, I can't even think right now. But we're spending our money on what we want to spend it on. But we're not spending our money on what's going to make us better. What's going to get us our success. What's going to get us to our millions. And this money just sitting here and we scared? I ain't scared. I'm going for mine. I used to be scared. I used to find excuses not to do it. Child, please, not anymore. I'm going to go get my money. I'm going to go get me. And I don't need no help to get it. I don't have to take nobody. But if you get a couple girlfriends, family members, if you close knit with your family, y'all all could get together and go inside a business together, and you all could come up. Dolores, what are you talking about? Inbox me. I can't put everything out here. I can't do that. That wouldn't even be fair nor right to me. See, that's what people want. They want you to tell them. Then they go Google and go research it. And they go connect over here. After they got all the information from you, then they go connect over here to Sally, Jane, Mo. Oh, I did such and such with Tom. What's up, Deborah? How's everything going? Just keeping it real with you all. Success is real. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And a lot of you all know the true me. A lot of you all know my truth. A lot of you all know my ups, my downs. A lot of you all know my children or know of my children, my grandkids. So I'm not going to come on here and lie to you. I'm not even going to play around. But many is missing opportunities like there is no tomorrow. And when I tell you all, you want to message me. When I tell you all what I see, and I say, if they can do it, I can too. And I want it from self-development and self-pruning myself. I'm sitting here, you all, looking. You inbox me and message me if you really want to see for yourself what's actually I'm seeing and tapping into. You all, I'm looking at people. 6-figure income a month? What? I'm looking at someone right now. Dorothy, if you still on, comment with me. I'm looking at someone did a $20,000 in a month. What? $10,000 in a month. What? $4,000 in a month. What? $4,000 working from home at a home-based business. Even $500 is a big difference. Thank you, Dorothy. Greatly appreciate you. I'm telling you all, I'm sitting here looking at it. You don't believe me? Message me. And I'll be glad to show you my business partners. What? Now, they have no problem. Now, don't get me wrong. We work hard. We work hard, and they work hard to where they're going. And success didn't happen overnight. And I'm sharing mine at the beginning. And this is only the beginning. And I'm like saying, wow, 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 wow. And then you get inside these business and you fit the bus rank. Y'all don't know anything about that. Don't worry about it. It ain't for you to know. You got to be on the inside. You got to be on the inside. But see, every time you reach a level, you know how it is when you're on a job. Your boss give you a 50-cent raise. You'd be amazed if you get a 50-cent raise. You know, a lot of these jobs want to give you a nickel raise, 10 cents, 15 cents raise. But when you see people month after month, there's an extra $1,000 added. What? Easy peasy, nothing hard. You all, you know what? I wish that what I know now, I knew when I was about 18, 20 years old. Do y'all know by the time I had to hit 30, I've been sitting fat, P-H-A-T. I'm just keeping it real. And do you know I still would have made sure that I took care of my mama, took care of my sisters, took care of my kids? Don't tell me what you can't do, because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at people putting their mamas in homes. I'm looking at people putting their mamas in cars, not putting them in it, paid in full. What? It's here, y'all, for the taking. The question is, do you really want it? Me, I wanted it, so I had to do some self-development and some self-pruning. And it feels so daggone good to be on the other side. I used to be on the outside looking in. But y'all think it's a joke, but I'm on the inside looking out saying, If only they knew. If only they could change this. If only they could disconnect. If only they could just focus. Just focus for 1 hour. And just really plug in. I'm a plug this season. It's my season, y'all. Few gonna say, you know what? And I got some business partners right here on Facebook. They coming and like my posts because they know what it's all about. We're going to go get what belongs to us. Sorry about that. We're going to go get what belongs to us. We're going to strategize it. We're talking about money, making money moves, baby. Not just for us, for our generations to come. I want something so my family can have even when I'm gone. But anyway, I haven't talked enough. I'm hoping that I encourage somebody because the struggle is real. The pandemic is changing. You all take time out to really look and ask yourself, can you be replaced by a robot? Ask yourself, as the pandemic going, companies are going out of business. Companies are downsizing. That's the reason why my company let me go. That company downsized. And I knew they was going to downsize. But it was my breakthrough for me to cross over on the other side. I was on the cap. It's a big difference, you all. It's a big difference. So just think about it. Ways that you can become successful before they let you go and you don't have a plan B, a plan C, and probably a plan D. And think about it. Them stimulus checks ain't jack nothing. Because when that stimulus check came out this last time, and I don't know if it's coming out again, but I'm just talking about that little $1,200. When them stimulus checks went out, I went to Walmart. Walmart put TVC. Walmart, see, the economy knows exactly what's going on. And what they did, they already know that people with not the right mindset, when they get a little, hopefully I don't mess this up, when they get a little money in their pocket, see, the economy knows what to do. So what the economy did, They gave us the stimulus check. And what many of us did, we took that stimulus check and we put it right back into the economy. We didn't take that money to benefit us, because if we were in the right mind, now I'm not going to say me, because I doubled my money. Matter of fact, I tripled my $1,200. I turned that into $3,600, if not $4,800. Okay? Because I invested. Okay? But what happened, many of us got the $1,200. The economy gave it to you. And all you did was went back and put it back into the economy. And that's exactly what they needed you to do. All they did was send it out so you could put it right back in. Okay? We went out and brought TVs, down payments on cars. If that come through again, I will have to end my broadcast because it must be an emergency. Down payment on cars, TVs, clothes. And the reason why I say down payments on car, because I know there's a lot of paper tags running around. Yeah. And so the economy mess with our minds. And if you don't know the real truth, you don't know how the economy works. The economy gives out so that you can put back in. When Walmart and all other retail business knew about the stimulus coming out, did y'all notice that they marked stuff down or they repositioned and put it on sale? Yeah, come spend, come on. They made it look good to you. And I went inside Walmart where they had a display of TVs. As a matter of fact, there was a picture posted on Facebook. And that whole display was gone. Whoosh. Now you got a TV sitting in your house. Can that TV make you more money? Something to think about. Few took their money. And yeah, you went and paid bills. That's a good thing. But some of it, majority of it, was wasted. And once it's gone, you can't even get it back. But I told you all what I was going to do with mine, and I did that. And it's the best thing that I ever did. Now, because you all don't see nothing happening on Facebook, don't get it wrong, boo. I'm still making money. But y'all know where all the money making take place at? It don't take place on the news feed. It don't take place on the wall. It takes place in the DM. Direct message. Everybody don't want everybody in their business, so they message people. But anyway, I'm going to quit running my mouth because it seems like the more I talk, the more I come up with other things that keep coming across my brain. That's how my brain works. And I'm getting a lot of brain dump and I'm getting a lot of information. That's a good thing because it's to encourage somebody else. Get out of negativity. Get out of thinking everything is a pyramid. Work on your own self-development and work on your own self-pruning. Get rid of the dead branches, the dead leaves, and the dead vines that are connected to you. Get rid of it, and you will see a big difference in your life. Watch how you speak. Watch the words that come out of your mouth, and control your thoughts. As soon as you start thinking something negative, immediately, quickly, jump into something positive. Before you go to bed, say something great that you're grateful for. Write it in a gratitude journal. Write a motivation journal. Whatever it is, write. Write it. Write it into existence. You all right here. This is a Inspire notebook. Load it. I don't want to share it in my stuff, but this Inspire notebook is loaded. Here go my big calendar for appointments. See that? I'm writing, okay? Okay, and here go my little bitty baby. Awesome. See? Okay. Everything is written in here. I have all sorts of things written in here. I have things written down. See that? Look at there. I have things written. Write the vision and make it plain. So let me show you something that I've done, and I'm going to end this broadcast. I want to show you all something, and I shared this with Dorothy. Dorothy is on the line, so she can vouch for this. I realized in my life, I've made $1,000 in a month time. I've made $2,000 in a month time. $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 in 1 month time. But I realized that I haven't quite made, I think I'm telling the truth, I think, because I work for a company that I was also making bonus, okay? But I haven't made consistently, but I will. Haven't made consistently every single month moving forward $10,000 or more consistently. Well, guess what? Now, as of this month, that changes. So now my goal that I'm working on, if it doesn't happen this month, for July, is moving forward. My goal is to keep pushing until I start making, I thought I had it written down somewhere, you all, but I guess I must have moved it. My goal that I have set for myself, you all, is $10,000 a month and more. Wow. Am I afraid of it? Nope. Can it be done? You're damn right it can be done. Am I excited about it? Hell yeah. To see 10,000 a month. And then once I reach that goal of 10, then I'm going to change it to 15. Then I'm going to change it to 20. Then I'm going to change it to 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That's what setting goals is about. Challenge yourself. What is something that you have not done? And so I think, if I'm right, I have not made a $10,000 in a month. I've done the 5, tapped into 6, maybe 7,000. But I have not hit a 10,000. So that's my new goal. $10,000 a month. And so that's what I plan on doing. And when I hit it, I'll change it again and I'll change it. So that is something that I would like to share with you all. And guess what? I am going to get off of this broadcast. I probably done bore you all to death, but I bet you I done bless somebody. If I reach one person, then my mission has been accomplished. Until the next time, you all, I am signing out. It is a brand new day, a brand new week. And guess what? I got goals and plans. I do all my scheduling and everything on Sunday to start my new week. And now I got to pick a new audible. I got to pick a new one that I want to listen to, but I think I'm going to go back and listen to a book that I'm already listening to. I think I'm going to go back and listen to it again. And that is what I do, you all. Filter out the negativity. Bring on the good, bring on the good, bring on the good. And before I end the broadcast, I'm going to re-say this one more time. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to do. I'm going to pin this comment to the top of my post so that you all can see it. That those that catch the replay, hashtag replay, or if you come back and listen to the video, again, speak positive, think positive, write positive, get away from the negativity. And once again, from my very dear friend Dorothy, my accountability partner, my coach, my business partner, much love to you, girlfriend. I greatly appreciate you. That's my buddy girl. That's my girl there. Y'all hear me? That's my girl. Because we're going somewhere. We're collaborating, making money. We talk about money moves, y'all. So here I am ending it. And after this is Saranado. I'm out of here. I am open to receive all the gifts coming my way. I am open to receive all the gifts coming my way. I am open to receive all the gifts coming my way.